Picture this. A high-stakes debate at one of the world's most iconic institutions spirals into utter chaos, with accusations of deceit, abandoned battlegrounds, and national egos bruised in the process. That's the shocking reality behind the Oxford Union showdown that never happened. And it's got everyone talking about trust, tactics, and international diplomacy. Stick around, because the twists in this tale are about to leave you questioning who's really the victor here. Last updated November 28, 2025, 21:27 IST. In a gripping turn of events, Indian legal expert Sai Deepak took to social media platform X to paint a starkly different picture from the official narrative put out by Pakistan's High Commission in London. While the Commission insisted that India's team had simply backed out, Deepak's insider story revealed a web of alleged sabotage and strategic maneuvering that turned the event into a full-blown farce. His account directly clashed with their claim, suggesting the Indian side was forced into retreat by what he described as orchestrated chaos. The drama unfolded just hours before the debate was set to kick off on November 27th. For context, the Oxford Union is a legendary debating society at the University of Oxford, famous for hosting intellectual showdowns on global issues. Think of it as a training ground for future leaders, debating everything from politics to ethics. This particular clash centered on a provocative motion. The House believes that India's response to Pakistan is a populist strategy sold as security policy. It promised to be a fiery exchange, pitting India's stance against Pakistan's on regional security matters. But here's where it gets controversial. Deepak didn't hold back, pointing fingers at a potential Pakistani gambit, designed to dodge a real confrontation. He alleged that the entire setup was riddled with instability, starting with the involvement of Pakistani citizens in crucial roles within the Oxford Union. Specifically, he named Musa Haraj, who he claimed is the son of Pakistan's Minister of Defence Production, as the current Union President, and Raza Nazar as the Treasurer. This setup, according to Deepak, raised eyebrows and hinted at undue influence. Things escalated when original star speakers from India, former Chief of Army Staff General Naravane and economist Dr. Subramanian Swamy, had to drop out at the last minute due to unavoidable scheduling conflicts, just 2 days prior. This left the Indian team scrambling to find replacements on short notice. Despite the rush, Deepak, who was ready to champion India's position, rallied a fresh lineup. Manu Kajoria and Peter Satish K. Sharma, both conveniently based in the UK. It seemed like a comeback was in the works. And this is the part most people miss. The final blow came mere hours before the scheduled start. Deepak recounted receiving a phone call at exactly 3:13 p.m, informing him that the Pakistani contingent, featuring heavyweight figures like Hina Rabbani Kar and Khawaja Mohammed Asif, hadn't even arrived in London yet. Faced with this uncertainty, the Indian delegation decided not to make the journey to Oxford, effectively halting their participation. But wait, the plot thickens. Deepak later claimed he got solid confirmation that the Pakistani team had actually landed and checked into a hotel right there in Oxford. This revelation sparked his furious backlash, branding the Pakistani side as cowards who deserted the battlefield before the battle even began. He argued they lacked the guts for a live, unscripted debate. Not stopping there, Deepak lambasted the Oxford Union leadership for letting the institution get mired in controversy, essentially turning it into a puppet for Pakistani interests. Even political voices chimed in. Shiv Sena, UBT, lawmaker Priyanka Chaturvedi jumped on the bandwagon with a biting tweet, mocking Pakistan's apparent duplicity. Pakistan is crying again over an Oxford Union debate. This is for the record. Once again, they have proved to be liars, Expecting any better from them was not even on my list. Comma. Her post, shared on November the 28th, 2025, amplified the sense of betrayal felt by many in India. On the flip side, Pakistan's High Commission in London issued a statement expressing regret that the Indian delegation, originally listed as General Naravane, Dr. Subramanian Swamy and Sachin Pilot, had withdrawn at the last minute, essentially granting Pakistan a walkover. They portrayed India's pullout as a sign of insecurity, suggesting the team lacked faith in defending their nation's security policies in an impartial, intellectually demanding forum. This counter-narrative paints India as the reluctant party, raising questions about whether Deepak's accusations are fair or just a deflection tactic. To clarify for newcomers to these geopolitical tussles, debates like this one at the Oxford Union aren't just about winning arguments. They're platforms where nations air grievances, build soft power, and sometimes, as in this case, expose underlying tensions. The collapse highlights how real-world politics can infiltrate academic settings, blurring lines between neutral discourse and national agendas. But let's not shy away from the debate here. Is this a case of Pakistani cunning, as Deepak alleges, or perhaps an overreaction to logistical hiccups? And could the involvement of individuals with ties to Pakistani leadership in the union's leadership be seen as harmless coincidence or something more insidious? On a broader note, does turning platforms like the Oxford Union into battlegrounds for international rivalries undermine their role as havens for free speech? These are the kinds of points that divide opinions sharply. Some might argue it's all part of diplomatic gamesmanship, where optics matter more than outcomes, while others see it as a blow to the integrity of institutions meant to foster understanding. What do you think? Was this a deliberate Pakistani ploy to avoid embarrassment, or a misunderstanding blown out of proportion? Do you side with Deepak's fiery condemnation, or does Pakistan's version resonate more? And here's a controversial angle. Could this incident actually strengthen India's narrative by painting Pakistan as evasive, or does it risk making India look unprepared? Share your views in the comments below. We'd love to hear your take and spark a constructive discussion. News Desk. The News Desk is a team of passionate editors and writers who break and analyse the most important events unfolding in India and abroad. From live updates to exclusive reports to in-depth explainers, the desk delivers stories that matter, helping you stay informed on complex topics like international debates and diplomatic dramas. For instance, we've covered similar high-profile events where geopolitics intersects with academia, such as past Oxford Union caches that shaped public opinion on global issues. Read more. Location. First published November 28th, 2025, 2019, IST. News World. Sai Deepak calls out Pakistani Gambit as Oxford Union debate descends into farce. Disclaimer. Comments reflect users' views, not News 18's. Please keep discussions respectful and constructive. Abusive, defamatory, or illegal comments will be removed. News 18 may disable any comment at its discretion. By posting, you agree to our terms of use and privacy policy. Loading comments. Read more.